back to Expert Insights. I'm your host, Raju Mandian. I'm with three young and beautiful guests here, RV, Cora, and Raul, and these are Toastmasters, and they're talking about leadership and the discipline of public speaking, no? And they've shared stories about how they came to be Toastmasters and such good leaders that they are today. Any other leaders in town, Philippines, that it's been around for how long, Raul?
Since the 1930s.
In the Philippines?
The Philippines.
The 30s. But
Kala.
yeah. Kala 52.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, since the 50s.
Yes.
So do you have any examples of leaders living or dead who were created or made by Toastmasters in the Philippines?
The most recent one, Raju, would be the general. The
General who?
Bartolome. Bartolome, right? Nick?
Yes, Nick
Who's that?
Bartolome.
The PNP, Chief of the Philippine
Oh,
National Police.
Nicholas Bartolome, the one
Yes,
who recently resigned.
recently,
And he was a
yes.
Toastmaster?
He was.
Well, how did he get about, did he pick up any lessons
Definitely.
from Toastmasters to become a good cop? No, I just want to know.
I know that in the PNP for the longest time they've had the Toastmasters Club. I believe even during when I joined in the 90s, they already had clubs there. And I had the chance to attend one of their meetings. It's a very active meeting, and what it does is you can sense that their communication skills are very much above par, and it also contributes to their leadership. Since they're able to spread their vision to their men, and it gives them a very good perspective.
Yeah. Any other besides?
And the Frank something? What's his last name? What's his last name?
Frank.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't remember.
I don't remember.
What has it done for you, RV? I mean, I know that you were impressed and you liked it, but as a human being, as a executive, you're an executive now in a BPO company, no? What has it done for you in terms of your own growth and development?
It's sort of, it puts you in a mode where you're ready to talk at any given moment. For example, in a meeting, typically people will ask you for your opinion, and you do that a lot in Toastmasters.
Okay.
Specifically in a portion of the meeting called the table topics portion, where they just give you a topic to speak about for 2 minutes.
There's a portion called table topics.
Table topics
and
portion.
this is impromptu.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so without really getting enough time to prepare for it, they just ask you to speak about it. And I guess that trains people to express their opinions in a lot of things and look like they know what they're talking about, in spite of the fact that they might not really know what they're talking about.
So they fake it?
Well, not really fake it. I guess it's a very quick, it's training people to very quickly access whatever they have, that either in the form of memories
it's sink or swim.
Yeah.
Not fake, but sink, and then learn from it. Huh?
Raju.
Yeah.
Sink or swim.
Yeah, I know.
No
You
faking,
throw
please.
somebody up there and they learn from experience rather than from structured learning, no? And for you, Cora, what has it done for you, Raul?
Personally, Toastmaster has really helped me become an effective communicator in the sense that what I want, I can express it to the other person and be understood.
Yeah.
Because understanding is very important in relationships.
Right.
And in business as well.
Raul, I know, landed a job, but besides landing a job, besides giving you material gains, no? What else has it done for you, your family, or for society? What impact has it had?
Well, it's made me a more effective trainer. You see, I also train in a BPO, and when I encounter individuals who are applying for a job, during the interview portion, number one, I listen carefully to what it is they say, and I'm able to digest what they're saying. As a trainer, when it comes to providing feedback, the disciplines that I've learned from Toastmaster help me such that I'm able to tactfully tell someone what it is that he can do better without offending the individual. And in fact, it comes across as very encouraging that they continue with their careers.
So you've learned to lead, you've learned to coach, and you've learned to mentor using skills that you acquired from Toastmasters, no?
True.
What has been your most exciting moment? I mean, if you were to, you've been 15 years as a Toastmasters, 7 years for you, are we, since you were a baby boy?
Maybe 20 plus years.
20
20
plus years,
plus.
my God.
He started us.
Well, so are you like one of those fabulous speakers who go up on stage
No.
and rock and roll.
No, not really.
But 20 years of doing the same thing?
Well, actually, there was probably a break. I mean, I was probably gone from Toastmasters for about 5 years. But I came back, I think, about 3 years ago.
So what's been your most exciting or most fulfilling experience? If you were to look back your history as a Toastmaster.
Well, this is actually a weird experience, because what happened was about 10 years ago, I competed in a contest at Toastmasters.
You have contests?
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Like American Idol?
Yeah, but instead of singing, people actually delivered different
Okay.
types of
Deliver
speeches.
speeches.
Yeah.
All right. So?
So, because normally, joining if delivering a speech is scary, joining a contest is even scarier, because you have a big audience. You're probably speaking in front of a group of 500 people. And what made it really fulfilling for me was the fact that, in spite of the fact that I did not know what I was going to do, did not know what I was going to say.
You were not prepared? I mean, you
This was
this is extempore?
I think so. It wasn't a prepared speech, yeah. And what I felt was, because even though you don't prepare for what you're going to say, you kind of prepare yourself to, in a sense that, you try speaking to a group of people before you actually join the contest.
Yeah.
And what I experienced was this really weird moment where I felt connected
To the audience?
to everything. To
To
everything.
500 people?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, wow.
To everything and everyone. And I found myself really, in spite of the fact I didn't know what I was going to do, I was just speaking. Words were coming out. I didn't know where they were coming from.
Right.
And it was almost surreal and profound, but it was really fun. I mean, sort of like what athletes experience, what they call the runner's high, or
In the zone.
yeah, or the zone,
in the
yeah,
flow.
yeah. I mean, that was really fun. I mean,
Right.
I don't know if it has happened to other people, but
Not to me.
And this was how many years ago?
10 years ago.
Did the audience, the 500 people, feel, sense it? Did they go, wow?
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, because that was actually a division contest, and I won first place in that particular contest. So I could tell that while I felt I was connected to them, they also felt that they were connected to me, and it was really a great experience.
Yours, Raul and Cora, your most thrilling, exciting, fulfilling experience in this institution?
All of them.
All of them.
Yes, especially when we have the DISCON, the district conventions and the media conventions.
Like the Rotarians, you have a convention too, okay.
We have this annually. All Toastmasters from different clubs all over the Philippines gather together. Like in a few weeks' time, we will be having our district convention in Cebu.
Right, okay.
And that's where you meet all interesting and exciting people,
And
leaders.
all of them are public speaking addicts.
Am
I right? Is that right?
Not really
Or
addicts.
lovers of public.
Lovers. Yes.
Okay. So all moments have been for you fulfilling. How about you, Raul? Any peak time, any peak moment, like you said, man, that's been wonderful.
But I also had a chance to compete, and this was in a district contest. I finally, at that time, was able to win that level. You see, I was able to watch RV when he competed, and that's that
day
10
he
years
was in the
ago.
zone?
This
That,
young one.
that 10 years,
Young
yeah,
boy.
10 years ago, and I'll
Do you have a
admit,
clip of that?
yeah, I'll admit I was
I don't.
inspired to compete. And imagine, I said, I'm going to compete just like that gentleman.
Yeah.
And, well, I competed for 10 years. I would always come
What do you mean
close.
10 years?
10 years, because I joined the
What do you mean you
contest
competed for 10 years?
for
Every
over
single year?
Every single year I would join, and even if I didn't make it, I said I'll try again. And
So
I
at the
never-
end of 10 years, you won?
well, finally I was able to able to nail it. But you see,
Nail what?
the championship, the
National championship.
That means you are the national public speaking champion of
That was
this.
for the evaluation category in
Oh,
2010.
the feedback.
Yes.
That's
category,
right.
Okay.
And I was one of the people, the fortunate people who watched RV when he competed at that time. And as a matter of fact, every time, I even still remember what he said. He was in the
Gosh.
zone. He did connect. And then
Right.
and I was so inspired that I said,
Really?
I'm going to join just like that gentleman, and I won't stop until I win. Because that's the kind of connection I got from RV.
Right.
It inspired me at that time.
So let me read between the lines. So it somehow brings out the best in you, making this effort of speaking in the presence of your little family-like club. It brings out the best in you. It helps you learn, right? And it also kind of helps you connect with people.
Yes,
is that what? And
that's
does it
right.
help you like in any other manner? When you say leadership and Toastmasters, what else does it do for you or for to a larger number of people? How does it impact society?
Well, as far as leadership helps, you see, sometimes people are hesitant to express their opinions, thinking that they might offend someone else. With the disciplines that you learn from Toastmasters, you're able to express your opinions in a structured and in a fair way,
Yeah.
such that people would understand you better, and you don't have to worry about conflicts.
I think you brought me some images here, so I'm going to run them through, and if you want to give me a little background on these images, will that be okay?
Yes.
So
yes.
let's put up that image number 1. We have, I think, 3 or 4, and then let's go with them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Image 1. Can we pull it up? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here it comes, no? There you go. So this is Toastmasters. There's somebody in the hat. Who's that
Yes,
gentleman?
that's General Nick Bartholomew.
Oh, he's the guy,
He's the
the
guy.
PNP head who resigned, Nick Bartholomew. And how long was this guy a Toastmaster?
I believe the start of his career.
Career.
Yeah.
as
Start.
in the
Yeah. So before becoming the general, did he have any other post in PNP? Yeah, I mean, using his public speaking skills?
Yes, definitely. Because when I attended his meeting, one of their meetings,
Right.
he definitely said that he learned a lot, and because of what he is and who he is now,
So
he
he's
really,
one of our celebrated cases. No, okay.
Yes.
Picture number 2. Let's see what's that. Wow. Toastmasters, more fun in the Philippines. Is that your club, Cora?
No, it's not my club. It's a regular meeting, and look, they're having lots of fun.
So it looks pretty casual. Is it a formal thing? Is it?
No, it's not. You see, that's the good thing about Toastmasters. There's no instructor. It's nothing like you don't have to worry about being formal. It can be as casual as you want. But the good thing is, because they use the projects from the manuals, at least there's a structure in it.
Oh, there is some sort of a structure
Yes.
besides being nice and warm. No?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go to picture number 2. This is Arvi there in the picture. Is that you, Arvi?
Yes.
Is that 10 years ago or is that?
That
No,
was
that's-
like a few months ago.
And then what is that? Speech contest, it says in the back.
That particular contest was a table topic speech contest. And
Last
yeah,
month.
like, I
Last
think
month.
about a month ago, yeah.
All right. Okay. Let's see. And who are the lovely ladies next to you? They're gone. All right. Let's go on to the next picture. There's something down there.
Yeah,
The
that.
educational system. This is the track.
Yes, this is
Okay,
the
Cora,
track.
your turn. Yeah.
The educational system. Any Toastmaster can go through the communication track or the leadership track, or they can both do it together.
right, yeah.
Right. The first track up would be you deliver 10 speeches.
Okay.
After that, you are acknowledged and
Yeah,
recognized for
right.
your efforts as
Yeah.
a competent communicator.
Yeah.
And then you go through the next norm,
Mm-hmm.
which is the advanced communicator bronze. And you have to deliver again 10 speeches
Yeah.
from the advanced manual. And
And if I
And-
may add,
yes.
Yeah.
you get to choose from 15,
15.
manuals.
Right.
Most likely there's a manual that you will find in sync with your career goals, your
Yeah.
personal goals.
Yeah.
They've got a manual for entertaining speeches. They have a manual for public relations, one for technical speeches.
Oh, so different
Different-
genres
That's
under
right.
the
Different
umbrella
types.
of public
Public
speaking. no?
speaking.
Exactly.
So this gentleman, this young guy, this dude, he has been 20 years for
20 years.
Toastmasters. So has he done everything? Is there a time limit to it?
no.
The good thing about Toastmasters is you get to do it at your own
Yeah.
pace.
But you can take 20 years so that
Yeah.
and be in the zone only once in 20 years.
Oh,
I've seen
come on.
well, I've
So
seen
he said he's
I've seen people who've been in Toastmasters for 3 years. They already earned their
oh, so you work
distinguished
at your own
Toastmaster.
Your
pace
own
and
pa-
your own
it's a
with your own
self-paced.
passion.
Yeah.
Right.
This is one of the manuals that we receive when you sign up.
Yeah.
It's for communication track. And the other one is the leadership manual. It's the basic. You go through. Then when you finish the projects, then you can be
So
given,
it can be anywhere from 3 to 20 years
depending.
to be an accomplished Toastmaster. You call that distinguished.
That's right.
No? And you go through contests and etc. No? In this process, in this whole churning around of learning through learning, how does one turn out leaders? I mean, when you talk about where Toastmasters leaders are made, is it a byproduct or is it the main process?
Well, yes, go ahead.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, Cora.
While you go through
Yeah.
your journey, there are roles one can take in the meeting. So you could be a Toastmaster of the day, you could be a timer or a grammarian,
Yeah.
and also you can become an officer.
Yeah.
We also have a set of officers. Every club has a set of officers: president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, sergeant
Right,
at
right.
arms. So you have all these roles.
So you take responsibilities.
Yes.
Okay. You become accountable
Duties
for
and
something.
tasks.
Okay.
Yes. And in the process, when you do all these things, you learn, you absorb the traits of a good leader. And you are guided also because we have a handbook for
Okay.
leaders.
Right.
And so like this, for instance, Raju, we have Philippine Club Leadership Handbook.
Okay. Okay. So in a 20-year, not a 20-year, in the process of you becoming distinguished, how many such projects and manuals do you go through?
Oh, a lot. 10, 20, 30, 40 speeches.
40 speeches,
Regular.
same
and-
club or contest or
different
different
clubs,
occasions.
Different clubs.
Okay.
And you also have to give educational speeches and do projects. Give back to the community, help them do things before you
My
become.
understanding of leadership is that there are many forms of leadership.
Yes.
There is a leadership. There's a leader who looks far. There's a leader who manages people. A leadership who sets goals and is very constructive and disciplined. No. So does Toastmaster work in these areas, or is there another method to it? Are we?
Well, actually, Cora talked about the leadership that one can assume within the club level. But there are also leaders that assume like bigger responsibilities where they move on to become, let's say, an area governor, a division governor, or a district governor. So a district governor will have the entire Philippines under her.
Right, right. So it's huge. Yes.
Yeah. So like Cora said, depending on your appetite, you can either take 3 years or 20 years, and you can either take one club or the whole country. So depending on what you
Right.
want.
So have any of you taken the whole country at any time?
Not yet.
Well, in my case, I've been a member in a number of clubs. The farthest that I've been to was in Baguio. Sometime in 1998, I went there and I joined the club in Baguio. I've
Wow.
also,
Must be cold and nice up there.
yes, I've also been a member in a number of clubs here in Metro Manila. So these have helped me in my journey.
Right.
Talking about leadership, to continue what Arvi was saying,
Yeah.
the area governor takes care of an area where composed of different clubs. And then the division governor takes care of one.
Right. So it's like managing branches of
Branches,
business.
yes.
Understand.
And
Okay.
besides that, then you go higher, which would be now for the district level.
All right. Let's take a little pause. Let's take one more break, and then after that we'll come back and talk to you about cost, finances, timings, and also your upcoming event. You want to tell us
yes.
about that, no?
Yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that's again RV, Cora, and Raul talking to us about Toastmasters and leadership. We'll take a little break and come back and talk to them about what's happening currently in Toastmasters. I'm your host, Raju Mandian. Stay watching. This is Expand Insights.